Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Swiss Curling Championships, here live from Gstaad in the Bernese Oberland. We're broadcasting live from the gold medal game. We're going to feature the men's game. At the same time, also the ladies' final is going on, so we're also going to update you on the scores of the ladies. And in the men's final, we have Team Sven Michel from Adelboden playing the Yellow Rocks, playing against Team Bern-Zähringer with skip Bernhard Werthemann, who has qualified this morning in the semi-final game, defeating Peter de Cruz's team from Geneva. My name is Nicole Strausack, and alongside me is Armin Harder, Executive Board Member of the Swiss Curling Association and also Director of the Curling Champions Tour. Hi Armin.
Hello Nicole. Hello everybody.
So everyone excited, of course. A long week is behind us.
A long week is coming to a close with a big final here. Somewhat of a surprise final, I believe. Werthemann defeating de Cruz in the semi-final this afternoon, or earlier this afternoon. Certainly a bit of an upset. And this Michel team here, solid all week, playing on a very high level. Werthemann, probably the most experienced skip still playing in the Swiss League, or for sure the most experienced skip.
So here we see the standings after the double round robin of this week. Sven Michel came out as leader of that double round robin and playing the page 1-2 against Peter de Cruz and his guys from Geneva. That was a great game last night, a very close game, high standard game. We saw a lot of great shots and it was very close at the end, but Sven Michel managed to win that game. On third position after the round robin, Bernhard Werthemann being again in a Swiss final after 10 years. Of course with a new rink, quite a young.
Yeah, very young team. All very motivated, and first time for them in a playoff in the Swiss National Championships. So that'll be interesting to see. We have seen a first mistake here already, a nose hit. Not being able to remove that guard. See how the teams got here. We've played a double round robin with the 6 teams that made the final round here in Gstaad, and we come to a 3-team page playoff system. Last night the 1-2 game was Adelboden against the Geneva boys. Geneva lost that one in an excellent game and played Bern-Zähringer Werthemann earlier this afternoon. And Zähringer come through that to qualify again for the final. And on the women's side, we had the same process. Miriam Ott played Tirensoni in the 1-2 game last night. Ott lost that game in an extra end and had a close game against the young team from Basel this afternoon to qualify for the final in that women's final this afternoon also, or tonight. So those 2 games going parallel, both starting at the same time, so we'll be updating you from the women's game also. Trying to get past his own guard here, just rubs it. allow Michel to throw another one around that guard. Adelboden having the hammer in this first end due to finishing. Now an opportunity to put a second rock into play. So a nose hit on the guard. Has Werthemann on the defensive already. Adelboden's really been on a roll this week. High percentages. And here we see a great shot again. Claudia Patz.
Yeah, we have to say Adelboden really played a very solid week. They won 9 out of 10 games in the double round robin. Only lost 1 game to Team Geneva. So it's no surprise to see them here in the final.
Michel currently occupying the 13th spot on the World Team Ranking, Order of Merit. Nice shot by Bastian Brunn, just skinning past the guard.
12.
A little opportunity for a little hit and roll.
Nase ist ja gut. Ja. 12. 11,5. Oh. 11,5. Nein. 11,5. 11,5. Achtung. Nein. 11. Nein. Oh. Oh, nicht. Oh. Gut so. Okay.
The two teams have played each other already in the double round robin twice, obviously, and Adelboden came out twice as winner, defeating the Bernese team once 6-2, and in the second game 7-4. So both games actually were quite clearly won by the Adelboden team. But it's a new game today. Everything starts by 0.
Yes, certainly does. All those games don't mean anything except maybe some self-confidence. And that won't affect Bernie Werthemann too much. He's a veteran player.
Back!
Yeah, I think he likes the challenge. And certainly likes to be the underdog. Has upset a few teams. Semi-final today was certainly a big upset for the young Geneva team.
Da muss einfach sicher Second sein, sonst sind wir vorne. Hinter der Wickel selber bringt nichts, hat er den Nein, wir können Nase nehmen, schon gut so.
Adelboden sitting shot with the yellow rock up top of the house.
In Nacht, oder? Ja. In Nacht. Ja. Viel Schall, wie ging noch? Ja.
We're just going to play a draw to decide possible freeze to the blue rock on the side. Or probably to the other
like he's
side.
Going to the other side.
He's going away from that side, yes.
Get a new position on that rock.
Super. In Nacht. 6. In Nacht. Sieht gut aus. Warte noch.
Playing an out turn to the back rings.
Linie super.
See how the ice is this afternoon, or this evening. This afternoon it was curling not quite as much. Hopefully we got a little more curl today.
Go.
That looked like it curled nicely. So sitting 2. No double available there. Werthemann will try and hit and roll behind. crowd there this evening.
Gleich wie vorher, hat gesagt.
All with their blankets.
Ja, weil der Winkel.
It's cold up here.
Yep, the organizing committee has built up
Nein, komm.
a nice tribune outside, some stands in the curling rink. Of course, it's always nice for the fans to be close to their teams and cheer them on. Some people have their cowbells here.
What would Switzerland be without
Mal,
cowbells?
schnell!
Zieh! Oh!
Oh! Schnell!
Weg! Weg! Zieh!
Doesn't get any roll. Open hit for 2 for Adelboden.
Gut. Ja.
One little mistake.
Ah, ist gut so.
Nose hit on the guard. Allows Adelboden here to make their
Ja, das ist
2
gut.
points. Of course, Michel has to make this shot first. This team having been to 2 European Championships, never to a Worlds.
Zahlen halt! Wow! Oh! Wow! Opzet! Ja! Wow! Oh! Wow! Opzet! Wow! Oh, weg! Wow! Weg! 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 Weg!
Needs to stick around.
Schön.
Just hangs on.
Typisch ehrlich.
And a score of 2.
Das ist unglaublich.
Yes, this is already the 4th Swiss Championships at the men's level for Team Adelboden. Last year they were on the podium, winning bronze, and it's the first time they're in a Swiss men's final. On the other hand, we have Werthemann. For him, it's already the 3rd Swiss final. The first one was 20 years back, 93. He lost that final, was winning the 2nd final in 2003, went to the Europeans that year and being 4th, and he also played a World Championship in 2004, also being skipped and ending up on 6th rank. So 10 years after that, we have him back in the final, so a lot of experience on the ice with Bernard.
Oh, jetzt könnt ihr wieder müssen.
Played every year, very tenacious.
Drillo.
Enjoys the game.
Gut. Tipptopp, Gempi.
Interesting note also is last year's 2 finalists.
2.
Not even at the Swiss Championships. One team, after having finished in 9th at the Worlds in Basel, split up.
Okay, warte.
Early retirement.
Warte. Bis da.
And the 2nd place team, Hess.
Ist nicht lang,
Unfortunately, a little disappointing for them, not qualifying for the finals this year, for the Swiss Championships this year.
Okay, schön.
Yeah, I would say that was probably the biggest surprise.
Certainly Militia, the biggest surprise, yeah.
We expected them to be here, of course, and play an important role in that fight for the Swiss Champions title, but their season didn't go as they wished for. Didn't really manage to be at the top of most of the tournaments, and just didn't manage to qualify.
Did struggle a bit this season, yeah. Had a great one last year. They're still young though, they'll be around for a while. So one thing Bernie's very good at is the aggressive game. He's a very smart player. He's already trying to tap here.
Ja, ja.
Very young team. Inexperienced team he's leading, so
Warte. Weg, weg.
quite a good result for these boys.
Okay.
Well played.
And Sven doesn't hesitate and takes off immediately that corner guard.
That's gotta be the right call.
Goed, Trillo.
Fest! Fest! Immer noch, Linie ist knapp, fest! Zieh, solange kommt der Ball, da! Fest! Noch mit, da ist ja gut! Noch mit, da auch!
So Werthemann loading up the front of the house. Trying to utilize those yellow rocks there as backing. There's a chance for a double here.
2/3.
Angle the blue one onto the blue one. Roll across.
Zieh! Wow! Nee, fuck!
Not even sweeper's way off it now.
Hey,
Just
Pitschlag.
a little too far out. Jams it.
Ja. Kannst du nochmal?
Yeah. Threw that quite hard. In turn freeze.
Wie lange ist er?
Eher knapp.
Richtig ist gut, Fries!
Knappe Länge.
Fries, zieh! Linie gut! Achtung, ist nicht lang!
Länge gut.
Bis dahin, Fries, einfach Fries! Warte, weg! Er ist lang genug,
Doesn't want to bump it too much.
Gut.
The nose double right there. Straight back.
Claudio Pats coming up with a possible double takeout.
But one got two. Nice shooting.
And we saw Team Michel playing these shots again and again already last night in the page play.
Gaan we nog maar
1,
winnen?
2.
Oder ist
There.
vorne?
Really precise on these shots and
Noch einmal.
Yeah, if you got to freeze. If you're going to make that type of shot call, you got to freeze to that rock. You can't leave them any room. They'll pick those out.
Einmal.
They're very good at doing that. Very confident at the moment. Playing well all week.
Fehlplatz. Warte, Fehlplatz. Okay, ja.
We're a little disappointed with the results at the European.
Ja.
Have
Fest.
a bad start.
Länge. Bis da, Fries.
Went
Ja, Fries. Einfach
5
Fries.
in a row. Get back into it again.
Fest.
Coming up
Noch
short.
mit. Wow.
Missing a tie break. That's a better shot from Werthemann. Partially hidden,
Siehst du noch ein bisschen, oder?
Ja,
but still pick it out.
Wir müssen auch nicht schnell kommen.
ja. Gut.
Laatste 9.
11. Haben wir 10 gekommen?
Ja.
so the team is just discussing the way they're going to play on that pick. Not as fast as the first one from Claudio. They're just going to play a 10-second takeout. 10 seconds measures between hog and hog line.
Tia! Tia! Whoa! Tia! 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 Go, go, go!
Nicely judged and nicely swept, passing the guard by nothing and picking out the blue shot rock of Team Werthemann. Nice double takeout being played by Bastian Burn.
Yep. It's getting a little messy in there for Werthemann. Time to bail out. Couldn't build up his offense. Leave it for the next end.
Up! Niederhold! 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 Snel!
They didn't get the curl as expected on that rock. Shooter is rolling out. So Bernhard is just going to nose hit that yellow rock at the back and aiming for a blank in that second end. To try again with an offensive game in the third end to go for a possible 2. For your information, we also have an email address where you can contact us.
Tia, wow, ist gut. Putzen. Gar nicht, gar nicht.
Address is
Gar nicht.
livecurling@gmail.com.
Putzen ist gut.
You can also reach us by Facebook, for example, when you go on the Swiss Curling Association page. You can drop us a note there or send us an email and write us any questions or comments about the game.
Die Situation gerade so ist, müssen wir nicht unbedingt einen müssen schreiben am Schluss.
Martin Stucki, our production manager, is just going to show you the email address on the screen. Here we go, livecurling@gmail.com.
Stop! Tia! Tia! Ja. Tia! Gut, gut. Oh. Gut, so.
So, last rock coming up in that second end.
Schwierig, ich will sicher nicht spielen, so.
The backhand just discussing from which side, with which handle they want to play the peel.
Ist gut, mit weggehören, oder? Wow. Gar nicht.
Bernhard
Nicht anlängen,
being a
nicht
left-hand
anlängen.
player, of course, in and out
Putzen ist
turn.
gut, putzen.
Just the other way around. Nicely done. They're going to take the hammer into the third end. We're just going to introduce the two teams to you.
Was macht er?
Playing out of Bern-Zähringer Curling Club, we have Paddy Kaser. He's actually the curling manager of the Bernese curling rink, 21 years old. Last year he has played on the team of Dominique Marquis, and he represented Switzerland in Östersund at the World Junior Championships. Florian Zürrer, being called Flo, playing second and vice skipping in the team. He has been playing at the University Games and coming out on 5th ranking there. Bastian Brun playing third. Also he has been already at the University Games. He has been picking up the silver medal there in the team of Pascal Hess. And Bernard Werthemann, fourth and skipping the team, 45 years old. His idol is Kevin Martin.
All of those players having Canadian skips as their idols.
And the team is being supported by Didier Chablot here at the Swiss Championships. I saw him before in the stands.
Simon Gempler, lead on the Adelboden team. Also is idol Brad Gushu, another Canadian skip. Sandro Trollet did pick a skip for a change. Roger Federer as his idol. And Claudio Patz from Zurich. I think he's the only one not from the Adelboden region on this team. These guys have been together for a couple of years, and Sven Michel, a bricklayer from Adelboden, 24 years of age. And they're coached by Robert Herrenfinal. Played many years with Christoph Scholler, very successful player in his own right. And they play at the curling club Adelboden, which is not too far from here, I think, as the crow flies, but you got to go over a mountain pass to get there.
And we actually also have Simon Dancer here, ice maker from Adelboden,
yeah,
supporting Tom Fa, which is the regular ice maker here in Gstaad since the curling rink was built in 2006. So we have a Bernese Overland ice crew on the ice.
Yeah, done a great job this week. We've never seen a change on that 6 feet of curl. You keep putting in Martin Stucki, of course, here, also from Adelboden. Are doing our production. Haven't seen 6 feet of curl yet, but it's curling nicely.
We had a really nice curl yesterday evening in the page game. I would say maybe 5 feet. This morning it was definitely less.
Quite a bit less, but it was a little colder outside this morning.
That's good.
It seems to have nice curl now again.
Da. Aber ich finde da besser. Okay.
Actually, the Adelboden team have put in a lot of effort this season. All of them have been partly professional, so to say, not working in their normal jobs during the curling season.
They have made a big commitment to the sport. Big personal commitment.
And on the ice a lot, of course, but also working out in the gym a lot. And
not easy to do from a financial aspect.
And also with Robert Herrenfinal, they have a very good coach alongside them now, a very experienced player himself. He just quit playing competitively last season.
Last success, I think, was third in Champery at the European Championships with Christoph Scholler. Has brought certainly some stability into this team. And we have seen a big difference in a year now. We're Adelboden practically self-destructed last year in the playoffs. This year very solid, very keeping their emotions under control, and a very high confidence level at the moment. Werthemann throwing up some more guards, trying to get something going. Sven Michel having none of it. Asked his third Claudio Betts to remove it. Successfully.
Nee. Okay.
That's one of the very rare misses we have seen so far from Team Adelboden.
Hast du einen da? Oder wollen wir
Which gives
zuerst
the
da?
chance to Bernie
Da.
to place a draw behind that corner guard.
Vorne 8. Länge.
That's Jim Brun.
Achtung, zieh mal, zieh mal, zieh
Lucerne
mal.
area.
Zieh! Putze, putze, putze. Putze, 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 weg.
Has to
Weg, kein Strich, Achtung.
come around this
Finished, then finished.
guard.
Ja, Spielkarl, ja.
It still has to curl quite a bit. That's why they take it all the way back
Okay.
to get as much finish out of that rock as possible.
Perfectly buried, but it is behind the tee line. Might be able to pick it out. Freeze to it.
Oh. Aber hard op. Ja, echt zeker niet te lang. We gaan zwar schon harder haben, aber das heißt, ich hab
Halve bekommen wir schon her. Aber
halb echt besser.
da kommst du wohl schon zu Hause. Du bist alle nicht schon.
Kann ich doch auf 4 noch?
Ja, 95.
95.
Wow. Tief. Wow.
Linie ist gut.
Wow.
Sag nur lang aus, nicht?
Fries.
Nicht Anschlag, keine Linie.
Wow. Kann er noch.
Keine Linie.
Lass mich her.
Noch viel Körner. Oh, hinten T-Line. T-Line.
Bis hart, ha?
Go.
Down to the top of it here, just touching it. Very nicely played. Still behind the tee line though. Werthemann can freeze on this, be shot, and still has a chance of making 2. That had a lot of room past the guard.
Ich spiele Freestyle. Ja.
So we have a nice comments coming in from Sandy Morton, who's enjoying our coverage and also commentary. It would help if the players also spoke English.
We'll arrange that for next year's Swiss Championships. We'll make that a prerequisite, I'm sure.
Also dann ziehen, darfst ziehen. Richtig ist gut. Zieh. Okay, Fries.
Thanks to Sandy.
Fries, richtig ist gut.
Email.
Achtung, ja! Ja! Fest! Alles fest!
Just a little push, but I don't think he's shot. That overcurled for him.
Oder rüber. Rüberlegen. Das Problem ist, wenn er nicht ganz gut kommt, macht immer drin.
Sven's got two options here. Could draw down again to that. Force Werthemann to
Genau gleicher Stein nochmal.
draw for one.
Stein
Either way.
kürzer, hä?
Halber Meter
Halber
kürzer.
Stein kürzer.
Ja.
Stein.
Genau gleich.
Bernard just discussing with his team members
Also
if
sicher nicht länger.
maybe that rock
Aber er muss auf
was
jeden Fall
curling a bit more.
It did curl quite a bit. Oh. But Bernard will get a little different movement on that with his being a left-hander. As he's throwing his out turn in that spot.
Gut. Linie ist gut, warte.
Nur vorne 4.
Dries.
You will get a little different movement between the turns.
Warte, Jungs. Genau gleich lang. Warte noch.
Okay, ist gut.
Linie ist gut jetzt.
Ja.
Bis her, ha? Mach sauber. Oh, bis her. Oh, ist gut. Gut. Gut.
He's just coming down really nicely in that pocket.
Well, Werthemann doesn't have a choice here. He's got to take his point.
Weiß. Das ist einfacher. So.
Need a piece of the forefoot.
Ja.
Yeah, I don't know what the discussion is. Pretty obvious.
Question is here, do you want to just play the dead draw or do you want to play towards these rocks in the 8 foot?
I think if you come into the middle of the forefoot, you have more room to draw to. Drawing down the rocks is always a dangerous
Gehen wir noch mehr?
thing to play. I mean, Skips practices shot draw to the button all the time. It should be 4 foot should be in your back pocket.
Also ein bisschen kürzer, nicht extrem.
Fairly should be a routine shot here for Bernie.
Still playing with the backswing
sicher, hä?
delivery.
Ziehen. Sicher T-Line.
It's all in the sweeper's
Ist
hands.
gut, aufpassen. T-Line. Flo, komm.
And it's looking good.
Schöne.
All swept. One for Bern team.
New score of 2-1 for Adelboden. Adelboden having the hammer again in the 4th end, and I think it would be a good time to maybe give you a little update on the ladies' game. Here we are. Aarau had the hammer in the 1st end, scoring a 1. Davos answering with a deuce in the 2nd end. The teams are still playing the 3rd end. Aarau again with the hammer.
Those teams have faced each other 3 times this week, and every game has gone into an extra end. They're definitely really equally matched. Always good games between those 2 teams. Big fights in the last years. Miriam having somewhat of an advantage.
Yeah, and Silvana's team really came out strong this week. They didn't start off so well, lost a couple of games, but then really had a great draw of few wins and came out stronger and stronger.
7 in a row or something like that, I think.
Zieh.
So let's see if they can peak again in that final game.
2. Okay.
Vor 8.
And Miriam, we have to say, was injured before the Swiss Championship in the qualification phase. She actually couldn't play. Nicole Schwegli came in, playing the lead position. And Carmen Schäfer moving up to skip, and they were struggling a bit, but just qualified for the Swiss Championships. And
yeah, they were one defeat of being away from not qualifying for the Swiss Championships.
And right in time, Miriam was back in the team.
But after your interview this afternoon, she's still complaining from a little bit of discomfort.
Zieh richtig! Richtig!
So not 100% yet.
Fest! Fest!
Tiransoni also had injury in her team during the qualifying rounds. Astrid injured herself. Made it back for the finals. This one was swept just a little too far.
Yeah, and speaking about injuries, also in these two teams, we had some injuries. Werthemann had problems with his knee.
He had an operation not too long ago, yeah.
And in the Adelboden team, we had Sandro Trollier just before the European Championships.
His knee out.
He couldn't play, I think, 2 tournaments in Canada. So Toni Müller stepped in and replaced him. But he was back in time for the European Championships.
Yeah. Did struggle a bit during the Europeans, but certainly has been very solid here. Team is in good shape.
And we will also give you an update on the stats of the two teams. We will have a short talk to Al Moore.
Are you going to interview Al Moore
national
again
trainer?
Afternoon?
Exactly.
Okay.
It has been becoming a habit.
Very good.
So Al is doing all the statistics on the teams, and always interesting to hear his view, because he sees the teams a lot. He has been here the whole week, as well as Andy Schwaller, national coach. So they know all about the strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, they know all these teams inside and out. Flo Zähringer made a little mistake here. Hit and rolled out, unfortunately, for this will allow Michel to try and come around this guard, but this is a little long, and boy, did get behind the guard, but it's way too long over the tee line. Werthemann having an opportunity, hit and roll now behind the guard with backing.
Whoa, whoa! Fast! Fast!
Did he wait too long? Oh, it's calling him off quite a bit. Maybe the miscommunication about the weight they've had. Looked like it was slower than Bernie expected. He was calling them off for the beginning.
Yeah, and also actually calling it off just a bit early at the end. It might have just rubbed enough to roll to the back stone in the house, I don't know.
But it was certainly not the weight he expected, I believe. Important sweepers communicate that to the skip so he knows right away that the weight is what he called. This is way out too.
Das ist länger.
Way out and longer.
Brems,
Not a very good rock here from Sandro. Oh, that looks like it just picked something. Come to a stop real quick.
Ich würde nochmal. So,
Wie lang?
zügig.
Okay. Gut.
So the
Good.
Bernese team need to be
Und
careful
so,
here.
zügig. So.
He's asking for some heat here. Zügig.
Wow, wow, wow. Näher.
Nein,
He'll
nicht.
nose it. Not quite getting a read on the ice, Bernie.
Nummer 11. Ja.
Adelboden does have the hammer in this end, and there could be line 3 again after Claudio.
11. Tiep.
They want to make sure to nicely
Oh, yeah.
distribute the stones in the house.
Tia!
So if anything,
Tia,
trying
Tia.
to roll to the
Tia,
outside
Tia.
with the shooter.
Haben wir.
They're sweeping hard for line.
Wow.
Also curled more than they expected, which
So.
now gives the chance to the Bernese team to hit that
Ja.
stone on the inside
Ja.
and roll behind the guard.
Der da, das, ja, der bringt weh. Nein, der ist schon besser da.
Also ist gut. Wie lang?
11. Nein, ich habe schon 11 gehabt, es geht genug.
Okay.
It's actually a shot with two options,
So.
either just roll behind the guard or even a bit further to lie on top as an angle freeze on the yellow rock in the 8-foot.
Wow.
Tia! Fast! Haben den! Fast!
Very nice shot. And is it covered by the guard? No, it's open, but not an easy rock to remove. So all sorts of, we really need to hit it straight on the nose to drive it back.
Er geht nach der Tür, hä?
Not an easy shot. Straight nose hit, straight back. Punch it through that hole.
Ja.
Don't think Sven is too worried about him losing the back shot.
Tiep.
The most important thing is this blue one disappears.
Tia! Tia! Tia, Jungs! Tia!
Workers need to work it.
Tia!
And get right to the nose of it.
Whoa.
Nice controlled shot. That wasn't that easy.
That was very nice sweeping and calling on that rock.
Absolutely. No.
Sie, der hat fast nicht gehalten. Wie viel siehst du, Baschi?
Double is certainly there.
Ganz.
Maybe even the triple.
Nicht allzu stark, sie Girl fast. So, hä? Ich muss ein bisschen gerade, das kannst du alle drehen.
Bernie needing to bail here.
Je nachdem. Nein, ich komme schon noch mal, 9.
More or less
ja.
hitting the front stone on the nose. Could give a possible triple here.
Ich glaube nur 9,
Yeah,
oder?
he'd certainly be happy with that. He's in a bit of a trouble here. Looking at multiple points. He's down one without the hammer.
Oder ist es schnell 9? Soll ich weniger kommen? Ja, nein, ist schon gut. Nein, ist schon gut. Ich muss ja. Kein Tönder einfach, kontrolliert. Zieh. Wo, weg. Weg.
Will he get
Weg.
one or two?
Just the one.
And he rolls out. Doesn't even stay shot or second. Not a good result for Werthemann. Looking at giving up 3 at the moment.
Hier ist schon blöd. Wenn wir schnell weggehen,
Yeah,
dann
that
kurz
was
schießen.
a bit an annoying miss with
Ja, bin
Auf
ich
die.
nicht
a
schlecht.
bit sweeping.
Genau,
They might have
ja.
managed to
Vier
keep that stone even straighter
Vier
and
gut.
at
Could have
least
taken
take the
the
back
back
yeah.
one
Yeah,
out.
they needed to look at a couple of options there and got neither one.
And this gives Sven the opportunity to choose the spot where he wants to draw to with his first skip rock.
Genau auf die, ja. Eher im Zweifelsfall ein bisschen hinter.
Ja,
Oben, dann gerade dort. Ja.
They're gonna play an out turn to the other side, open into the house, probably right on the tee line.
Vorher der zweite ist ein bisschen länger.
Wartet schnell.
Genau auf die Line.
Wartet noch. Ja, ja, könnt ihr nehmen, wenn ihr müsst. He? Lieber ein bisschen hinten, ha?
Sicher die.
Ja, komm
Sicher
mit.
die Line.
Tia!
Tia!
Tia, komm drin!
Tia!
Noch ein bisschen! Noch ein bisschen, komm mit, noch ein bisschen! Noch ein bisschen, noch ein bisschen, noch ein bisschen, noch ein bisschen! Go, 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 go.
Muss, hä? Ja. Ja, ist nicht anzügig, ja.
So Bernie will need to get a roll here to get out of this end. He's in
Ja.
big trouble.
Die hat ja fast nicht gehört, oder?
Desperately looking for a roll behind that guard.
Du musst nur eine Spur innen treffen, oder?
Das ist gut, ja.
Mhm. Hat die gar nicht gehört.
One of our commentators, Roger Gulka,
Du kommst zu
following us from Lithuania.
Yes, he's actually a former teammate of Peter
Whoa, whoa,
Decker's
whoa,
team
whoa,
from
Very
Geneva.
disappointed
Gar
to
nicht.
see the results of his team there.
Ja! Fest! Yes, es geht. Ehrlich, das...
Not happy with this one.
Just late on the sweep again. We got a free draw for 3 here. Boy, and an early big lead possibility here for Adelboden. Here in the 4th end.
Das spielen wir gleich als Härte.
Ja, ist gut.
Kann ich genau gleich
Genau.
spielen.
ja, ja. Noch länger. Wie sacht.
Need to focus on this shot. See, looks pretty easy, 8 foot, but just a lack of focus, and you quickly give up an opportunity.
Ja.
Oh, er
Gut.
gemacht, Trillo.
6.
Trillo,
Oh, wenn er schnell ist, oh.
fuhr schnell aus.
And
So the sweeper
by
standing
looking at the
completely
sweepers,
off.
that's exactly what happened.
Weg, Genfi. Nein, nein, gar nicht.
Ei, ei, ei.
Well, missed opportunity by Adelboden. Still make 2 though, but 3 would have been huge.
And we have to say we haven't seen many of these of
Well,
Sven.
that's just pure focus. You got to settle down, focus. You get pretty excited. You're gonna make 3 now, and boy, just throw that up, and big missed opportunity. Hopefully,
Zeigt ein bisschen. Ja, schon gut.
jar him awake a bit.
A miss after a miss happened so many
Can't
times.
be happy with that. He'll be shaking his head for sure.
Ja, klar.
Still, they take
Ja,
on
aber-
the lead.
Also, wir haben ja Glück, dass wir nicht viel mehr hinten sind.
Bernie will,
Four.
be,
Das ist
One
sonst
up.
das 3. Mal.
Bernie will be breathing a sigh of relief, escaping a bullet there. But he's still 4-1 down. He has to do something. He's not in a comfortable position.
So a quick update on the ladies' final game. Arau managed to pick up a 2 in the 3rd end to take up the lead 3-2 after 3 ends. That was having the hammer obviously in the 4th end. So a very tight game going on there.
As expected.
Komm, tun wir gerade da.
And I would say
This
that's
rock was way short.
definitely a miss of the
Stavo
Adelboden
cold.
team.
Yeah, I don't think he
Gold
wanted
Phil.
to put up a guard. Top of the 4 foot,
Stray.
where he wanted to be, sure. Well, Bowden has to be careful. They got to remain focused. 4-1. There's a lot of game left. 6 ends to go.
Gut, eins.
Nur drüber, ja, 1.
So Paddy Kaiser is just going to play a long guard.
Ja, gut noch. Wenn nur 1 ist, ist gut.
Paddy's been playing well all week. He's at high numbers, really helping his team out, getting those rocks into position.
Okay.
You get a good lead, solid lead. You can go a long way in a team.
That team he played in at the juniors last year, Dominic Marquis' team. Actually,
He was the third in that team, I believe.
they really split up, but all of them are now in different men's team.
Well, Paddy's here. Dominic's in Geneva.
And then we had
brother-
Daniel Schifferli.
And he's playing with Oettingers, yeah. And Dominic's brother, Marky, is playing in the Vista team, I believe.
So that doesn't happen so often that a
Well,
team splits up
it's
and all
nice-
of them
it's nice
ending
to
up in different teams.
It's nice to see all 4 being very active and making contributions to their teams. 3 of them making it to this final championship.
Not dus.
Back, mal weg,
Oettinger
back.
team, the only team not making it with Danny.
Achtung, wo ist er genau?
Also a team that
Fries, kannst du
had
Fries?
some hopes of being here.
Ja, ja.
Hopes and expectations,
Pistol.
but the competition is getting tough. You
Ja,
have a lot of young
fest,
teams in
fest, fest,
Switzerland,
fest,
really
fest.
developing well,
Weiter,
working
weiter,
hard.
weiter. Okay. Ja, ja.
That's what it's all about.
Wenn wir auftun. 2 Drittel. 2 Drittel.
Sandra Trollet being asked to remove 2 guards up front.
Gut, gut.
Gets 1, gets 2. Clears out the back. I've seen him do that before.
And you know, that's not a... I mean, that was really the call. That's what they wanted to do with that shot.
Well, the opportunity's always there like that. Managed to pick out Werthemann's rock back there. That'll make Bernie very happy.
But very well executed from Sandro. So
Made a shot like that at the European Championships too. It's quite amazing. They made Facebook, so it must have been good.
Gut. Weißt du, Paddy vorher hat dich gefragt wegen dem Dreier, ob du den Dreier hast. Es geht ein bisschen zu viel Geld.
World Championships in Victoria this year. Victoria, Canada. Beautiful spot.
Tip. Tip. Keep up.
that will start end of March.
The World Women's Championships first in Riga.
Starting on the 16th of March.
So you're ready with your team? Nicole re-coaching the Latvian women's team.
That's right. I'm really looking forward to
Fine.
that challenge. The team actually might be
Whistle.
here and following this game, as they're just going to have a
Okay, good.
practice week in Champéry and
That's
playing
it.
a tournament in Biel.
I'm sure they'll be paying attention to that women's game there. Two of the best in the world playing against each other, with Ott and Tiransoni, both of them in the top 10 world
Yeah.
team ranking.
That will be one of their opponents, obviously.
One of those teams will be.
Mach's nochmal.
this is going to be the first time that Latvia is going to hold a World Championship, so a big thing for that still quite young curling nation.
Yep. Well, they have 2 sheets of ice in Riga, little curling club.
Zwei.
But certainly very active and would like to expand, grow the sport.
Okay, good.
And Riga itself definitely worth a visit. Beautiful city. A little bit cold at the moment, I believe.
Yep. Whoa. What's up?
So Team Adelboden not messing around and clearing off everything that is in front of the house. Bastian Brun now aiming for a freeze to the yellow rock in the back of the rings. As we've seen before, this freeze needs to be perfect, right on the nose,
Richtig ist gut, richtig ist tipptopp. Bis vorne,
to give them a chance for a really difficult shot for Adelboden.
It's up to the sweepers. They want to get it right down to it. Freeze it. It's just coming up short. You got to watch the sliding path. The sweepers missed the sliding path. The pebble wears down right in that sliding path quickly. The rocks tend to break quickly. You got to stay on that rock. If it's looking good, you got to sweep it.
Dann können wir sogar beides nach. Ja. Sonst schon gut. Ich weiß nicht, ob er noch eins freist. Ich weiß nicht, ob er das Risiko nimmt.
Easily removed by Sven Michel.
Friesen wir da, ha? Gibst mir da Eis.
Bricklayer from Adelboden.
Noch ein bisschen mehr, das wahrscheinlich.
It's been a very nice week up here in Stad. What a beautiful place.
Noch ein bisschen mehr.
Skiing
Ja.
and curling.
Und Länge ist auch noch mal. Hm? Okay.
These numbers are lower than he would like.
Einfach Fries. Richtig ist kein Problem. Warte, muss Görle weg,
We're going to have a heads up on that just in a minute.
Immer noch nicht.
Will
Immer noch
have
nicht.
the latest stats. And he's going to give them to us in a short interview in the 5th end break. As we see Bernhard's first rock in this 5th end sliding down, and the line was
Ist doch ein bisschen viel.
Das ist nicht gut. Ja.
just not
Aber sie überall wäre gut.
right.
Ja.
A bit much ice. The stone didn't curl
Das
enough.
geht fast nicht. Müsste ja dort fast
And
zuerst drauf.
unfortunately, just stopping
Ich würde gerade so kommen.
at the side of the
Gut.
yellow shot rock. So
10,5. Zweieinhalb. Ein Roll gegen hier.
Ganz wenig.
Ja, einfach. Es geht so viel wie möglich, das ist auf Force.
Okay.
Oder wenn es Grün gibt, ist auch schon gut.
Ja.
So Sven is going to try to remove that.
Wow, 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 wow,
Und zieh!
wow, 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 wow.
Sicher 10.
Blue rock and keep the shooter in game.
Ja!
Or like that is a pretty nice result as well, because it's going to be just a bit a harder shot now to remove both and roll out.
Normal innen treffen. Gehen wir noch ein bisschen. Geben wir mal eins. Noch ein bisschen weniger. Ja. Ein bisschen mehr wieder. Zwischendrin etwas. Ja. So, gut, gut. Ja. Oh, ehrlich.
So, Drittel.
So. 2/3, ja. Gar nicht, gar nicht. Ja, wow.
Anders.
Nein,
Anders.
nein.
Coming down
Das
with
ist
a
auch schon gut.
fast weight.
Takes his one. 5th end. 4-2 score for Adelboden. Definitely in control of this game. The Bern team will have to pick up their game to cause any problems here for Adelboden. Nicole will do an interview with Al Moore briefly. Be looking forward to that. We see Tom Fay, our ice maker, in the picture, looking at his ice and critically done a great job this week. A big smile because he knows it's the last straw and it's all coming to an end and he can get home to his family and put his feet up. A lot of work as an ice maker for a competition like this, early mornings and late nights. Certainly a treat for any ice maker to be able to have world-class players playing at a high level.
Al Moore, national trainer of Switzerland. We're here in the gold medal game following the men's game. At the moment, we would definitely say advantage Adelboden.
Advantage Adelboden. I think there was some early nerves by team Bern-Zähringer, and made a few mistakes. Sven capitalized on it. I think he had a real chance in the 4th end, Sven did, to go up 5-1, and he made a mistake. I don't think you'll see another one from him, and so it's going to be very hard for Bern to catch up. They're going to have to try and put some rocks in play, but the way Sandro is peeling things, he might not let them play. But I'm sure that Adelboden will be much more focused in the second half. They had a few mistakes in that end. Sandro bailed them out with a fantastic triple peel, and I'm sure they'll be much more focused going for the last 5 ends. And you can expect Bernard to try everything and anything to get stones in play.
That's it. Basically, Bern now really have to go full out aggressive to get some points into count.
Yeah, they have to, all the risks they can apply. They'll have to take lots of chances and leave Sven stones in play. Possible that Adelboden could get a big end while Bern is trying to get stones in play, but I think that's the only chance they have to pull this one out and win the game.
Maybe a little update on the stats as well of the first half.
The stats came down a bit. Basically, Adelboden is curling mostly in the mid to low 80s through games. Bern is a little bit lower than that. There's a couple of the players are in the 80s, but Bernard himself is at 70, and he's going to have to pick up his game. He's had a couple of misses. He's going to have to pick up his game if he wants the chance to represent Switzerland.
So thank you, Al, and let's see what the second half of the game is going to bring to us.
Thank you.
See Geneva boys looking on. I'm sure they would rather be on the ice playing this final. Good young crowd here. getting older. Lots of young curlers came up to watch all week. Juniors. I see some of their idols playing. All packed in nicely, trying to keep warm. It is about, let's say 5 degrees in the arena. That hat will keep you warm, keep your ears warm. Paddy Kaiser will start the 6th end. You certainly heard Al Moore's interview. They'll have to do something. Play a little bit better if they want to have a chance against this Adelboden team. Very good defensive hitting team. Can't argue about those statistics. Simon Gampler, 100% up to now.
Sechs, sicher. Ja. Dranbleiben, er ist ein. Zieh! Oh. Zieh! Oh.
No.
Ganz viel.
Was that an error, or is that just wishful? Ah, the one in before, okay. Well, they wouldn't get 100, or wouldn't get a 4 for this one. He's back behind the tee line, and it should have been up top of the 8 foot. So he certainly didn't get 100% marks for that one. This will allow Werthemann to try and draw around that front guard.
Wo ist er? Zieh mal, zieh richtig. Zieh richtig. Zieh! Fest! Fest! Ist gut, fest! Zieh! Wo ist er? Ah, den Turm ziehen. Oh. Er kommt gar nicht dort an. Okay. Ja.
Ganze 8 bis 4.
Längst haben wir vor. 54.
Ah, dadelijk klimmen.
I believe the women's game has gone into a 5th end break.
Linie ist gut. 5. Warte. 5. Warte.
Genug.
Ja, dann nicht. Mach selber.
Update you on that score. It's
Dranbleiben. Ist 5, 6. Ist nicht so extrem.
tied up at 4 apiece.
Oh, warte noch. Wie viel ist er jetzt?
Tiernsoni stole one in the 4th, and Ott took 2 in the 5th.
Go.
So 4 each, and Tiernsoni has the hammer.
Kommen wir
Very
gleich da
close
an den
battle going on there.
Ja, ist gut. Was hat da? Einfach.
There's a nice rock by
Team.
Simon Gampler. That's where it should be. Well placed. Top of the 4 foot. Florian Zur will try and draw down to the back.
Tier in dem Fall, Team.
Wird besser, Team.
Oh, den weg, Fehlplatz. Weg mal, weg. Gar nicht, ach, gar nicht, ist noch viel. Nein, also nicht. Ja, dann sowieso nicht.
Just slow
Achtung,
down a bit.
Fries.
It's looking
Fries, ja, Fries.
a little heavy.
Fest, alles fest. Okay.
That's a good shot. Michel will probably rip the guards out front. Get rid of those. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Ja, ich würde. So kannst du nicht. Ja. Oh. Tier!
Gets one, doesn't get the other.
Kommst du da? 12 höchstens. Vorne ist auch gut.
Ja.
Gib noch ein bisschen mehr. So.
Hier knapp.
Ja, dann darfst du.
2, 3.
Ja, nehmen 3. Auf jeden Fall.
3.
Richtig ist gut. Kannst du ihn besser annehmen. Kann bis da. Darf bis da.
3.
Ja, ja, richtig ist sehr gut. Ja.
Vollgas, hä?
Zieh. So lang geht, so lang. Noch jetzt, so lange läuft. Komm, bis da. Noch jetzt. Okay. Ja, merci, schön. Super. Gut. Gut, ist gut.
Florian Zürer replacing that guard nicely. And keeping Sandro occupied with removing guards. Didn't quite make the double peel here, just missed it by nothing.
Baschi?
Ja?
Der Dreier.
Ja?
Hast du ihn?
Ja?
Okay, dann spielen wir da. Ist gut?
Ja.
Team?
Freeze.
Ja. Gib dir jetzt ein bisschen mehr in dem Fall. T-Line sicher, T-Line.
Bastian
Zieh mal
playing a
richtig.
solid game so far, 83%.
Ja, richtig! Fest!
And he seems
Längi,
to have
Längi. Zieh! Ja, dann sowieso. Fest!
different shots.
Fest! Ist gut!
I was asking if he's going to play the 3,
Fest! Bis Freeze.
maybe curling a bit
Fest,
more
damit,
than the others.
damit.
They're sweeping really hard.
Gut.
Bring it nicely down into the forefoot area.
Wenn wir eine Nase nehmen, bringst du ihn vielleicht hier vor drüber. Also dann nimmt es mit, vielleicht bringen wir ihn bis hier.
Okay.
Das andere ist einfach so, aber schon nicht so einfach. Ich fand das gut. Ist beides schwierig. Hier muss eigentlich lieber ein Zehn kommen, wenn draussen.
Nase hin, nicht so viel Platz.
Das könnte aber schon
Schade,
gehen.
da vorne schon. Das habe ich auch mal.
Habe ich das Gefühl.
So Claudio coming up to the house
Oder
to
du
look
kannst
at the
spielen, aber er ist
situation
nicht
himself.
Gut.
That's sometimes a good thing
Ein bisschen innen.
when there are a lot of stones in play and you don't see exactly how they're lined up and how much room is in between the different shots.
Zieh! 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 Noch ein bisschen! Gut so. Passt.
Coming down nicely, removing one rock and just missing the double,
Freeze, reinkommen.
but
So.
staying with the shooter in a really good spot.
Wart.
Weiß nicht, ob der viel bringt.
So for the moment, the blue shot still laying in shot
Ja,
position.
können auch auf hier mal spielen zuerst.
Ja, ist ja gut.
Oder was ist?
Ja, finde ich gut.
Gut, er kann schon. Er kann natürlich so hier über den. Den siehst du ja, oder? Nehme ich ab jetzt.
Ja,
Eben.
ja, finde ich nicht schlecht.
Ja, nein, er kann das hier machen.
Ich würde so.
Wir können auch den einfach da hinten tappen. Vielleicht bis hier, das wäre gut.
Wir auch, ja?
Ja? Dann haben wir da.
Okay. Ja,
Ist gut.
okay.
Caption, da.
Ja.
Okay. 12. Hinten, 12. Warte. Viel Platz. Achtung. Weg. Hat viel Platz. Wow. Nee, das ist total... Immer noch weit aus, immer noch weit aus. Ist schon gut, gar nicht. Gar nicht.
Yep, that's not what they were aiming for. The stone just didn't curl enough.
Da liegen 2.
Natürlich sind nochmal nachher schieben. Natürlich da nochmal nachher schieben.
Dann macht er den Doppel, oder? Dann können wir den Doppel. Ja, aber... Was ist denn, wenn wir den hier spielen? Gefällt dir auch nicht?
Mal, das ist off. Was ist denn mit dem hier?
Das ist schwierig.
Wäre
super, wenn
Ja, aber es geht noch nicht viel mehr.
Das ist off.
Good guard, this all up.
Wir können schon probieren, gegen ihn zu
Trying to go for the steal.
Du siehst, ich kann nicht eins schauen.
Pretty dangerous running some.
Das Problem ist...
That's right, sorry. Adelboden does have the hammer.
Darum würde ich schnell spielen.
Du kannst auch das 9 kommen, dann können wir den Shooter abhalten und gegen rauswicken. Das findest du auch nicht gut so? Gut, er hat vielleicht hier wieder einen Winkel.
Ja, ich fände den gegen ihn gut.
Dangerous rock to remove.
Ja, aber wenn er mit 12 Grad kommt, bringt es genau nichts. Dann ist er schon, dann macht er gar. Wir haben den schon noch, weißt du.
Ich fände den gut. Was meinst du zu
So
schnell?
they do not like that
Fand ich gut.
rock in the 8 foot.
No, certainly not in a good
Aber er darf
position
nicht zu
for
geil wicken,
Adelboden.
sonst kann man den Shot nicht anfreisen.
Das Problem ist, wenn es schnell
Platz hast du schon genug.
Es geht nicht. Du siehst schon zu wenig.
Platz hast du ja genug eigentlich.
Aber ich weiß nicht, was.
Du kannst sagen, ob du schnell willst.
Come down with a slow tap, just angle it to the side and roll behind the guard.
12 verlost.
Ich kann ja 10 kommen. Das ist das Mittelding. Oder schnell ist. Mir ist schnell auch recht. Mir ist schnell auch gut. Wir müssen da schon etwas machen, oder? Aber ich würde schon gegen ihn wickeln, nicht gegen raus, oder?
There is a chance of removing both blue rocks, of course.
Also, yeah. But it does open it up. And you don't want to give Werthemann a chance to get in there. So I didn't hear the decision.
Ja, das langt. Ganz knapp kommst, geht er sogar vorbei da. Wenn wir zurückkommen.
Oh, das schlimmste
Trying
Fall
to get
sogar
to the
da.
inside of this rock. Maybe take that back one out too.
Oh,
Shot.
Nein.
nein. Nein.
Tier!
Oh, oh, Shooter! Sehr schön.
And the rolls. And saving grace here for Bern is that rock is behind the tee line and they can freeze down on top of it.
Here we see the replay. Really nice movements on the stones, just hitting the front rock perfectly. Little bit in the outside.
Okay.
And like that also removing over their own yellow rock, the blue rock at the back rings.
Werthemann
good.
will need to weld one to
Ich muss
this
fast, hä?
one in the back of the forefoot.
Ja.
Make sure he doesn't give up the big end.
Sag jetzt nicht.
Still smiling.
Hä? Ja, also die Länge ist normal.
This really is a big tee shot coming up
This is a
here.
big one, yeah.
He really needs to get that one perfectly frozen to the shot rock of Adelboden. Otherwise he's going to be in a really tricky
Okay,
situation.
T-Line. Warte, ist gut. Okay, ja, dürfen! Ja! Fest! Fest, ist gut, immer noch! Fest! Alles! Fest!
Just skimmed past that. Yeah,
Well played.
very nice shot. He did even rub the top one.
Bringen nicht weg. 100% nicht. Das ist hier gegen
Great sweeping from the front end here. We see the replay.
It
did
did
rub
touch the
it.
back of that rock, didn't it? Yeah.
Es ist nicht, ob ich den klären kann.
But actually that helped to bring the stone actually in the right position,
Bring it
otherwise
back into line again, yeah.
exactly, it almost would have overcurled.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's just going to be that much more difficult now to be removed.
There is some separation.
Ja, nicht zu viel, dass das geht.
Ja, nicht zu viel.
Michel will throw a bullet at it, I'm sure. Try and remove that.
Schuhe wenig.
Ein Viertel geht sicher, aber das ist wenig.
Der Mensch ist nicht einfach.
Der geht nicht.
Mal.
Ja, der bleibt.
Also, du triffst den sicher, ja, aber
Ja,
so.
dann drücke ich doch locker weg.
Or hit it on the nose. Just tap that back, that yellow one, and try to free it.
Du kannst noch halten, wer schnell bist.
Schnell.
Werthemann will then probably guard it.
Ich sage auch, der geht
Das
raus.
Problem ist,
Wenn du schnell kannst, geht er raus.
ich kann schnell kommen, aber die Frage ist, der Blau muss jetzt eigentlich weg.
They're looking at all the different angles, how they can
Er geht schon mit einem Viertel.
remove that blue rock out of the
Ich
forefoot.
finde das schon gut. Du musst nur knapp vorbei.
Ja. Er muss einfach hinten bewegen,
vorne.
aber mal.
Du bist vorne.
They seem to think they can get at that full enough to be able to drive that back. I'm not sure.
Das ist schon noch mal gerade halb.
Looks very close to that other rock. You need to hit a good portion of that rock, that yellow one.
Das ist wenig.
Ja, dran.
I'm sure it looks okay. He's going for it. Sven Michel.
Playing 83% so far in this game.
Zieh. Komm, Shooter, Gempi.
Okay. Okay.
Is that what they wanted? Okay, I didn't quite see that.
No, that's not what they wanted, but it's a good plan B, I would say, to open up the center.
Also ich kann
That
natürlich
backing
da
away,
spielen.
that rock
Oder
is
ich
still
kann
in a
irgendwie
very good position for Werthemann.
rausspitzen. Was wollen wir? Nein, Fries ist keine Sorge. Ich rede ja. Willst du hier gehen oder wollen wir da? Siehst du genug?
Wie weit sind sie auseinander?
Ja, so viel. Nicht viel. Aber kannst du natürlich schon draufpatschen. Leg einen. Also ich würde sagen, wir tun doch hier Fries. Da hin. Weil da, schau mal, also da muss ja... Klar, man kann alles, aber...
Still have that one just outside the rings that he can
Ja,
drive
ja.
back onto the blue, maybe.
Ja,
Take it out. Of course, Bernie can't cover everything. So he'll guard this raise back.
Also einfach nur vorne 8 höchstens. Vorne 12 ist auch gut. Wenn wir noch ein bisschen mehr nehmen.
He wants to come into the rings with this
Ja,
rock,
komm, lassen wir mal.
8 foot or 12 foot area.
Eher knapp, noch
Also
zwei!
Breeze on the right hand side would also be okay.
Fest, fest,
Wie lang ist er?
fest. Nein, zieh, einfach durchziehen. Durchziehen, ist gut. Wo ist er? Ja, zieh noch ein bisschen, zieh noch ein bisschen. Zieh. Noch fest, noch ein bisschen, es sieht gut aus. Noch ein bisschen. Ist gut. Merci.
Ja, da, hä?
Oder einfach Nahtap, aber das ist schwierig. He?
Aha.
Nahtap.
Finde ich nicht
Ja.
schlecht.
Schon gut schwer. Wenn es genau gerade ist, ist es
Das geht schnell,
dann
kommst du ja gerade drauf.
reicht es vielleicht nicht. He? Den spielen. Es kann nicht schief gehen, oder?
Nein, wir haben da zwei im Haus.
Ich soll schnell kommen, oder? Das jetzt kontrollieren. Dann kann ich fast nicht zu weit raus haben. Viertel.
So Adelboden is looking at that shot, Armin, that you just mentioned before.
Schneller, hä?
Ja.
The guard took that raise away.
Zieh.
Wow! Wow! Tia! Wow!
Angle is right. So a steal from Werthemann. Here in 6.
That gives us a new score of 4-3. Adelboden still in the lead, of course. Taking the hammer on to the next end. Of course, that keeps the game interesting.
Adelboden was looking at multiple points again. Werthemann comes up with a clutch shot.
Absolutely, that freeze was really the
Yep, you said it. It was
turning point.
could have been a game-deciding point.
So this
He
is
didn't
the
make it.
gold medal game of the Swiss Curling Championships here live from Gstaad. My name is Nicole Strausak and I'm commentating with Armin Harder. And at the same time, on the other sheet, we have the ladies' final going on. We have Team Silvana Tirinsoni competing against Team Miriam Ott. This has been a very close game so far. And I'm sure we can show you the score of that ladies' final in just a minute.
Rosie?
Ja.
Here we see the nice arena of Gstaad. And here's the scoreboard that was managed to score a 2-point in the 5th end after a steal of 1 of Team Aarau in the 4th end. So tied score 4-4 after 5 ends. As you can hear, there are quite some people in the stadium. They have built up a really nice stand. It's pretty cold out there, but of course a lot of fans like to be close to the players.
And they're all packed in with blankets and thick jackets, so probably not that uncomfortable, and there's good drinks at the bar.
Absolutely. And enjoying the nice atmosphere and hearing all the communication of the teams.
Tia! Gut, Lenny! Tia. Shooter rausnehmen. Shooter rausnehmen. Ist genau. Gut. So gut so.
Center. Eis, willst du nicht?
Nochmal?
Frage, du weißt nicht? Wieso nicht?
Weiß nicht. Ich kann auch da theoretisch und dann noch. Aber wir zuerst da.
Ich würde gehen, aber wir können auch raus, wie du willst.
Ich finde eines gut, lang.
Okay.
Und wir machen da.
So after that miss of the Adelboden team, touching that guard and pushing it really onto the center line.
Werthemann going around the corner guard
Zieh mal, zieh, Shang! Shang!
Which is an option, of course. Going around the center guard would have been another option.
Freeze. Okay.
Looks a little long. Bounce, huh?
You're going to take advantage of the backing.
Hier.
As their shot is behind the T-line as well. Of course, that gives the chance for Sven's team to play exactly the same line.
Aber geht schon.
So.
Ja, das geht nicht. Ja.
Okay.
Wir können auch schon spielen.
He does have to worry about that center guard, obviously, having the hammer.
Beides gut.
Das würde ich nicht.
Wir können noch so machen.
And that is what they're discussing now, if they can peel off both.
Ja.
I wouldn't be too concerned about the
guards.
corner guard.
Exactly. The center guard is really the dangerous one for them.
I think he's only got two options, either draw in behind that, down onto the blue one, right there, or run the center.
So Sandro has been playing 88% through the game so far.
6. 5, 6.
Dranbleiben. Nummer 5. Noch viel Curlen. Warte. Warte noch!
That's got a long way to go. Great weight. Just needs to curl a little more.
Was siehst
The angle seems to be okay.
Ja, da. Kommst du so lang? So lang. Hinter 12. Muss einfach zum Schluss da sein auch. Ja, gib das so.
Backline in noch.
Also, Achtung.
Backline.
Putzen gleich. Er ist noch. Nein, weg. Achtung. Putzen. Nein, nicht. Achtung. Ja! Wow, jetzt langt's nicht. Langt nicht. Oh, ehrlich.
Again, not exactly what they wanted to play. They just roll to the inside. Being completely open.
Both blue there.
11.
Hit and roll inside, behind the center guard. The center guard is still the problem in this end for the Adelboden team. Trying to keep the pressure up, trying not to get caught with that center guard. Nice little roll. Excellent shot.
Er ist Verdrehung.
Ja.
Baschi. Nimm ihn nicht. Weißt du, kannst du so.
Trent.
Hä?
Sorry.
Was ist?
Ist gut.
Aber hast du ihn nicht jetzt, oder?
Ja,
gut. Nur tief,
Talking
vorne
about
4
which
ist auch
rock he's
gut.
playing.
We had that discussion before, in the end before.
Might have one that's curling a little more.
Nein, er ist gut. Ja!
Needs to come down to the face of that. It's wrecking out the front. Ooh, no, just gets past it, but it's looking hot. Just touches the shot rock and rolls to the back of the 12-foot.
And that is definitely missing on the wrong side. Bastian had to be, if anything, short on that rock.
Ja.
Even stopping in the 8-foot would have been good, top 8-foot.
Might be consideration to run this guard, and that's exactly what Sven has decided to do. Laying 2.
Yep.
That rock is still the danger
Oh.
rock.
Yeah. Oh.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Tip top.
Hast du den da hinten stoßen?
Ja.
Oder wollen wir einfach da? Wobei die sind auch, das geht nicht gut. Also ich würde schon lieber da.
Okay. Nou, er niet naar.
Drei. Kannst du drehen? Nein, ja. Board. Board.
Okay.
Ist gut.
Want to get onto the right side of that yellow rock and push it back and lay second and third shot.
Lekker, Achtung.
Back. 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 Nee.
Again, looks long again.
Shooten.
And they're waiting for the curl.
Nein.
Not really a good shot. Now it's very important where you leave this rock. The double's there if he removes this. Stays
Vielleicht
there.
können wir noch ein bisschen... Ja.
Could be a triple even. You'd like to get a little more separation on his own rocks.
Der höher.
Der ist ein bisschen tiefer, aber nicht viel. Vielleicht ein paar Santi. Wir können einen nassen nehmen. Das andere geht fast nicht. Hier raus bringt nichts. Er hat hier einen Winkel.
Ja.
Das Problem ist, wenn wir hier wickeln.
The nose hit might
Nicht gut.
just leave a double. Could hit and roll over to the left side behind the guard. Get some separation, but that does leave a double on the 4 foot and the one in the 8 foot.
Zijn er al. Graag.
Dat het er andere genau heen. Snel.
Tia! 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 Komm, wir haben ihn!
Zie je, jongens.
Weiter! Weiter! Sehr gut.
Nice
Not
result.
quite, well, not quite what he wanted. He would have rather just hit that blue on the nose and stayed there. The
Wie? Soll der gehen? Nein.
double
I
for
got it.
sure now.
Nein, ich würde sagen, so mal zuerst, oder?
But I'm not
Is je-
sure if that rock is
Yeah,
not going to jam on the back.
I don't think
Blue
that
one.
angle's there if he hits it straight back.
Was willst du denn tun? Geht doch nicht der Triple. Nein. Geht nicht. Nein, der geht nicht. Der geht nicht.
Triple's not there
Ich
either.
hoffe, weißt du, die Frage ist, ob der da geht. Aber wenn ich gerade treffe, so... Warte jetzt, wenn ich so... Müsste ich eigentlich von ihr so kommen, hä? Müsste ich so kommen. Damit der da vorne durchgeht vielleicht. Spielt es keine Rolle?
Hits this on the nose. You should be able to double those out and stay there.
Wie schnell?
Nochmal. So. Du passt still finden auf den Geil, dass der wirklich geht.
Was ist
Bitte.
schon nass, oder?
Ja, ja.
Don't really get the drag effect. Those rocks are too far apart.
Das ist zu wenig.
So that's the goal anyways, to hit the shot rock on the nose and
Ein bisschen rein,
remove both yellow rocks laying in the 4 foot.
Normaal.
Ja! Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Gar niet.
Might only have one. Oh, they got it.
Größe weg, so ins Tor.
Aber lieber mit der Hand. 10. 10,5, so wie du.
Michel will be looking just to exchange this rock, stay exactly there, make that double tough.
Steuerlich gut ab. Also. 10,5. Bitte noch.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Michel and his team only lost one game so far during the whole Swiss Championships here in Gstaad. That was in the round robin against Peter de Cruz's team. Won all their games. Other than that so far.
Solid week for them.
Ja, wir müssen fast probieren.
Really good high percentages also in their games.
Haben wir nicht viele Möglichkeiten sonst. Nein, der geht nicht, den müssen wir nicht mal anschauen. So. Aber es... Ja, ja, klar. Das machen wir so. Ich komme kein Tönder, gell?
Zügig, oder was?
Hey, das ist aber sehr gefährlich.
Ja, ich weiß schon. Was Wort?
Ich habe ja keine Idee, was wollen wir sonst? Und wie stark soll ich da kommen? Weil wenn ich ein bisschen draußen bin, kommt er überhaupt nicht mehr, oder?
It's quite interesting to listen to Bernhard. He's a skip that actually discusses quite a lot with the front end when he's back in the hack.
In the hack, yeah.
Especially about which weight exactly he should be playing. And also reconfirming the ice, if it's enough or not enough.
Which is very good, actually. Keeps your front end in the play. Keeps them thinking too. 4 brains out there. Try to use all of it.
Normal!
Ja! Ja!
Oh! Normal!
Ja! Oh!
Achtung!
Ja! Ja!
Gets 1, gets 2.
That was a difficult double takeout and really nicely played.
Bernie coming up with some big shots in the last 2 ends.
Ja, ja.
Well swept too.
The angle was tricky to get that double. Nicely charged and nicely played. So Sven is going to play a peel on that one to blank the end. So quickly an end can change.
Yeah, they were certainly looking at multiple points again. Adelboden. Werthemann comes up with a big shot, big double. We'll quickly update the women's score. There's been some scoring in the 6th end.
Here we go.
Tiransoni scores 2 in the 6th to take a 6-4 lead. And it looks like they may have finished the 7th also, but they haven't put any score up. We'll keep you posted.
Ist gut. Ja. 1.
So the game plan is going to stay pretty much the same in this end. We're now in the 8th end.
Wo ist schon? 3. Okay, aber hat immer noch viel Platz, sage ich dann.
After 7,
Wie lange ist denn der?
continues to be a tight battle between these two heavyweights.
Oh, gut. Oh, ja nicht, ja nicht, ja nicht.
And in our featured game,
Gut.
Bernhard is down by 1 point, not having the hammer in this end, so
Oder so, ja.
Hinten
Going to
12.
try and get a steal in this end or force Sven Michel down to 1. That would be an option as well.
Hinten 12.
8.
Tja.
Treffen.
Tja.
Streifen gehen.
Tja. Streifen. Oh, oh. Streifen.
Achtung.
Nein.
Oh. Dünn treffen.
Wag. Ist gut.
Tja.
Tja. Tja.
Just a little split.
Sehr gut.
Dünn gehen.
Well done. Removes that center guard.
2.
So as we know, stones in the free guard zone at the start of the end can't be removed out of the game.
Noch recht voll getroffen.
Gut, ich gehe nachher lieber noch mal hinten dran. Gut, tipptopp.
So the center guard is being replaced.
Even een nagraad.
Ja.
Bernard
Stop.
Werthemann actually playing for a long time out of the Basel curling club,
9.
Being originally from Basel.
9,5.
living now in Thun, also in the
Is he?
almost in the
Okay.
Bernese Oberland.
All right.
Just about 1 hour away
Here's a
from
missed
Gstaad.
shot by Gempler. Needed to stick around. It's not.
Ja, fragen wir. Haben wir noch mal da, aber ist auch da. Oder willst du da?
And Adelboden really having to be careful here
Ja, wir können ja einmal da.
not to give the lead out of hand.
No.
Staying
Ich würde, komm,
focused.
spielen wir dort.
Werthemann staying on the offense.
12.
Nicht rein, nicht rein. wenn's- Achtung! Nicht rein. Nicht rein, nicht rein. Aber gut putzen.
Certainly has a
Gut
feel
putzen,
there is a
richtig
bit
ist
of a
gut,
momentum
richtig ist gut. Wo ist er
change.
genau? Putzen, putzen ist gut.
Burton getting the upper hand at the
Okay, aber
moment.
wenn er reinkommt, ist er gut. Ja. Ja, 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 ja. Fest, 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 fest. Oh, 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 ist gut. Gut. Okay.
Sandro just checking the surface of the stone again to make sure that there's no debris underneath it.
Oh, 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 oh. Ja, machen wir nochmal.
Nicely removed, so the guard is
Zwei.
going to be put back from Team Werthemann. They do need at least one guard in the center area in front of the house
zieh!
to really create some pressure in the
Zieh!
middle.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ja, ist nicht, der Girl zu viel. Putzen, gut putzen einfach. Gut putzen. Wo ist er?
1 bis 2.
Okay, gut putzen. Er ist tipptopp.
Nicely played.
Okay, tipptopp.
Nochmal. Oh, oh, oh. Gut.
Trollet clears it again.
Wir können natürlich einmal da hin, probieren.
Was du watch.
Und noch mal.
What do you think of this option,
Huh?
Armin, that they were just
Also wenn sie da noch mal.
indicating? to throwing behind that yellow rock in the rings?
No, I wouldn't really go to the side. He's only going to steal in the middle. He either needs a guard or he needs to have a rock in the forefoot.
Hinter 8.
Might be tempted to replace that guard again. As long as he's playing guards, Adelboden's not getting any rocks in play.
Richtig! Länge, nur Länge. Gut, hinter 8, hinter 8 muss ab.
Made a different decision.
Fest! Fest!
Trying to come in behind that
Hinter 8.
stone in the 12 foot.
Fest, Doi, fest! Fest ist gut! Fest! Zieh den weiter, weiter! So lange lauf, fest! Weiter! Einer! Ja!
Gut, just gives an opportunity for Adelboden to come down, freeze to that, lay shot.
Wollt ihr etwas anderes?
Or just remove that top
Ein
12 one.
rausgehen, 10.
Oh, das hast du nicht.
Doppel geht nicht. Wo innen?
Mola geht schon, musst einfach dünn treffen. Können wir auch machen, ist schon gut. Viertel.
Gonna try the double. I'd like to see them hit and stick around.
Yep. Ja. Hör. Anni.
Big weight.
Okay.
I preferred to see Adelboden's rock stay in play.
Baschi, wie viel siehst du da? Ein Drittel? Ja. Ja, komm, dann spielen wir nochmal da. Okay. Oder?
Ja, das ist okay.
Ist ja gleich, oder? Ich würde sagen, auf diese Seite hin tun.
Ja.
Nimmst nicht den Dreier?
That's the problem with Adelboden not staying shot with their last rock. Werthemann can put up that center guard again.
3.
And the question will be, will Adelboden go around it?
Ja, dann zieh. 3. Richtig ist gut, richtig ist kein Problem. Oh, einfach schauen. Okay. Ja. Fest, da muss zur Linie. Fest! Noch mit. Ist gut, tipptopp, schön. Merci. Schon gut.
Probieren wir, ha?
Peeling the center guard off with the goal to take the shot rock with them as well.
Nee.
Well, this will force Adelboden probably to take one now. Which is not what they wanted to do.
Haben wir da? Komm, wir gehen ins Haus. Da, vorne 12. Ja, vorne 12. Ja. Vorne 12, ist auch gut. Weißt du, noch kann man tappen. Vorne 12, sodass er nicht Shot ist. Und dann kann man irgendetwas machen, oder nicht? Einfach geht auf den Doppel. Ja, was soll ich denn sonst machen?
Well, they're just discussing and Bernhard is asking the question what else he should do if not playing in the top 12 foot. Of course, another option would be just to split the house and place another rock in the rings.
Nee, weißt du was, ich nehme den Dreier.
On the other side of the house, same
Was willst du mit dem Klauen machen?
height basically on the tee line on the right side of the house.
Ja, weil wir auch bei der Center Goal den Doppel machen, wenn er wirklich...
That would take out the opportunity for a double for Team Michel.
Ein bisschen mehr.
Going to the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, Michel will be happy to see Werthemann
playing in the middle.
putting these to the middle, maybe be able to get out of this end with a blank.
Vorne 12, wenn es geht. Wow. Vorne 12. Vorne 12. Noch 12.
He doesn't want to come in too deep. Oops. That's a pity.
He needed to be in the house.
It just picked up at the very end.
Certainly, Michel could go to the offense here and score 2 points in this end. Wouldn't be a bad thing to do. Go up 3. Looking at this very defensively.
Fand ich auch nicht schlecht.
Was?
Ja, gerade fortnehmen.
Muss er probieren, nicht weg.
Ja, wenn er ihn dann bringt, dann ist er Overtime, kann er gleich reinlegen.
Muss er nach hinten? 10 kann er nach hinten?
Er kann hinten, ja.
Did you catch any part of that conversation?
Yeah, other option of course that they were discussing is just to hit on the nose on the shot rock.
Well, I wouldn't do that because that'd give Bernie the chance to go around that guard. You either go around it yourself or you remove it.
Of course, if he doesn't make the double with the peel shot, Bernie can just draw to the other side with his last.
So why not go around the center guard and try score 2?
Eén is ja gut.
Null wäre noch besser.
Null wäre besser, ja. So hat man reelle Chance auf 0, so sicher nicht, weil der kommt mit ihm.
Aha, ja, das ist schon nicht.
Problem Rock is the center guard obviously right now. Not that one on the
Schon,
side.
das ist die sichere Variante. Die
Ich würde ihn nehmen. Ich nicht.
But if you remove that center guard, instead, Werthemann's got a chance to split the rings, force Adelboden to take one.
Ja.
Trying for the double.
And that is the shot, not to risk a steal in that end. That's why they're playing it, even if he's not going to make the double. Bernhard will have no place to hide.
And he gets it.
And of course that's a great shot of Sven Michel here in that gold medal game at the Swiss Curling Championships, live from Gstaad. We've seen again some nice shots from him so far in that game. Really nicely judged, removed all the rocks in play.
Okay. Bisschen mehr. Möchte nicht aus am Ding. Okay. Die Line, huh?
So Bernhard is going to place his last rock in this end in a spot where he thinks it will be the most difficult to be blanked out in this end.
Putzen. Ganz rein, ganz. Okay.
Danke.
Gut.
So the task is clear here for Sven. Hit the shot on the outside, roll out himself, blank the end and take the hammer onto the 9th end.
Whoa. See it. Whoa. See it. Whoa.
Task accomplished.
It's a missed opportunity there for Adelboden. Could have scored 2 in the 8th. The guard there could have gone around it. Forced a mistake from Werthemann. Still good position for Adelboden.
And that's the plan for tomorrow. Go out skiing somewhere and having a fondue somewhere up in the mountains. Armin, what do you think?
Oh, that cheese.
And here we see the time clocks of the two teams. They both have 73 minutes to play for the 10-end game. They have 2 ends left to play, so that's plenty of time for both teams.
Certainly for Adelboden, they got plenty of time. Werthemann does need to be aware of it. He is a little bit short with 2 ends to go. So Adelboden still in control here, up 1 with the hammer, and Michel will definitely be looking for a blank in this end to try and maintain that into the last end.
So Simon Gempeler. Actually the only team member really coming out from Adelboden.
Again behind the tee line. Not happy with that. It's not where you want to be. We saw Werthemann a couple ends ago take advantage of a rock like that. She gave him the steal.
Ja, gut, richtig ist gut, aber wirklich träge. Zieh mal, zieh! Wow, wow, wow. Darf nicht, lang. Darf nicht, okay. Ja, ist gut, nein, ist gut, ist gut. Einfach bis da. Okay. Weg in dem Fall. Ja! Ja, fest! Okay.
Sehr schön. Das ist vorne.
12! Mach nichts, Görle, gut, sonst nehmen wir den Vorder. Nummer 12!
So they have a plan A and a plan B on this shot. Plan A would be to take the blue rock out of the rings. If it does curl too much, to take the guard would be fine enough.
Too much. Make sure they get the other one, and they do. Just barely.
That's good enough.
Nur da, nicht rein. Da. Hab's schon geklappt, hä?
Ja.
It's actually quite a good situation for Bernard at the moment.
Center guard with backing. Yeah.
Absolutely. That Yellowstone just in the
Okay,
behind the center, just in the center, behind the tee line, if I could say it.
Drei, gell? Knapp annehmen, knapp. Fest!
It's quite good for them at the moment. But with this rock, Florian Zürer is just going to play another center guard.
So lang läuft, ist gut.
Nicely executed.
And we'll see Sven going up and ripping that center one now.
Damit nach halb. Mehr.
Looking at the option of taking that back one along with it.
Oh, nein. Locker. Sehr gut.
And gets them. Very good at those.
Die können ja so, ehrlich.
What did he say? Said
He really
something derogatory.
Yeah, Bernard really acknowledged that they're really good at these shots.
They certainly are.
Because they're calling them and they're making them again and again.
Got to be frustrating. You get something built up and Somebody throwing rocks like that. I've seen Sandro do that many, many times.
So it's nice to see these teams, of course, they have a lot of respect for each other as well.
Ice! Ja.
I just heard him grumbling something. I didn't quite catch it.
Gut putzen, gut putzen. Gut putzen, bitte.
I could imagine what he was thinking.
Okay, jetzt kann er weg. Jetzt kann er. Ah, okay. Okay. Ja, ist gut. Tipptopp.
So question here is now, Armin, do they want to replace the center guard or do they want to come into the rings? They're going for the center guard.
I think one more center was not a bad idea.
The longer, of course, you do play the center guard, the less time Adelboden will have later in the end to react on a perfect freeze, for example.
Yeah, they certainly have to be aware of that rock.
Ja. Oder wollen wir hinterher gehen? Fand ich auch nicht schlecht. Hier kann er nichts machen.
Finde ich auch gut. Für eher noch mal vor.
Ah, geht nach hier, oder?
Ja.
Sind wir geforst?
You go in and take that freeze away from them, and you're committed. You got to make at least 2. Because you're giving up the hammer.
Hier kann man hinterher gehen.
So kommt er schon.
Wenn wir einen vor der 4 haben, nicht. Er forst es einfach, wenn wir jetzt gerade noch mal ist nicht sicher, dass
We haven't seen a timeout yet, I believe. Adelboden still has a timeout.
Yep, every team has the possibility of one coach timeout in a 10-end game. They have 1 minute where the coach can come down and discuss the situation with the team, advise the team.
Not hier so.
Oh, das geht nicht. Dann komme ich mal so, dass ich da gerade
Das ist gut.
At the moment they haven't called a timeout, it's just a team discussion.
Halb 4 ist auch schon gut.
You know Werthemann was going to make a move at it eventually, so I mean, getting both guards is difficult with the separation they have. See if this call works out for them. Get there first.
Sichli! 4!
Oh! 5!
Well, they're still on a high percentage, 86%.
Viel Platz!
Warte!
Viel Platz!
Bis hier, sieht lang aus.
Nein, ist gut.
Wow,
Ganze
wow,
4,
wow!
Ist gut.
Wow!
We're getting transferred to
Speakers think
staff.
it's good.
Schau!
Want to be on top of the floor.
Weiter, komm!
It's a great shot.
Tipptopp.
Schlimmste Fall. Ja, ich würde es drehen. Ah, was, ich nehme es noch nicht.
Okay.
Vielleicht müssen wir plötzlich so noch etwas machen.
Could have been a little deeper, maybe. In-turn draw is also there.
Hinter 4. Fries ist auch nicht tragisch. Aber hinter 4 ist das Beste.
Werthemann will just try and bump this
Gut
back.
so.
Back for weight. Freeze would be okay. That was the comment from Bernhard.
Warte! Weg! Weg!
Important is that the shooter really stays there in the center. They're not allowed to roll out with the shooter to the side. They need to be in that control zone right in the
It
center.
looks a little long.
Kein Strich, kein Strich. Nicht machen, nicht machen.
He does move it back behind.
Ist gut.
Jetzt kannst du den nicht spielen.
Not quite what Bernie wanted, but it does cause the Adelboden team some sort of headache.
Yeah, especially because the yellow rock lying second is fully open and giving away into.
He's got 2 ways in there now.
Absolutely.
Und alle hier.
Ja?
Und alle hier herlegen.
Wieso?
Wieso nicht? Das Problem ist, wenn er hier fliesst, ist er gestohlen. Wenn er,
Ja, wenn er da ist. Wenn der
ja, dann muss er aber
weg,
zuerst, dann
kannst
muss er zuerst springen. Jetzt viel der Weg wäre fast, also der Fries ist dann fast einfacher, wenn er den
so
Take.
kannst du immer schiessen nachher.
So they can
Sobald er
take
uns einfach ein
away
bisschen geörlet.
both options.
Beide Garten kannst du nicht mehr. Das Schnalle kannst du auch nicht spielen.
They will either leave a
Aber
freeze
das ist
to Bernhard
ja.
or the shot that we just
Freeze it
discussed before. So they're going
genau gleich nochmal.
with an out-turn
Nicht
draw
tiefer noch.
right into the forefoot themselves. Top dolly would be nice.
Genau gleich.
They can't leave it too short because otherwise
Well, we've seen Bernie put one in there
Sicherlich.
before, and he's certainly capable.
Ja. Schürzer!
richtig.
Zieh! Schürzer! Ziehlinie! Zieh!
Thrives on that type of shot.
Zieh, komm! Zieh! Gut legen! Gut legen! Zieh!
working really hard on that rock.
It's going to get past the second guard too. It does. Oh, just rubbed it. But it's behind the tee line.
That's the
But that's
downside of all that
Yeah.
good sweeping. But it had to be done, otherwise they would have touched the guard.
I think it did touch the guard actually.
Das ist er, der
Just rubbed it a bit.
Nein, gehen wir nicht so viel. Also gehen wir so, hä? So. Ich komme nicht mit dem Dreier. Ich glaube nicht, dass ich den Dreier nehme, hä? Ich glaube nicht, dass ich den Dreier nehme, oder?
But as we had
Oder
already
soll ich den Dreier nehmen?
in an earlier end,
Also komm, dann nehmen wir den Dreier. Dann haben wir den mal.
that's really a shot that
Immer noch
needs to be
Doppelmacher
spot on.
Yeah, and
give
well,
him a
he's done it a
bit
couple of
slim.
times now, and
Yeah.
he seems to thrive on this type of situation.
in,
Werthemann
Dreier.
comes up with a big clutch shot.
Hä? Gehört da wirklich viel mehr?
He has no margin left there. He
Also
really
no,
has
no,
to
he's
Länge,
committed
die
now.
fully on the
Genau,
button,
Zielline, bitte.
frozen onto that yellow rock.
Wo ist er? Warte, er muss gehen. Warte! Fuck! Achtung, ja! Längi!
Wow, ist lang!
Putzer ist gut, er ist gut. Set!
Just a little long.
Ah, kein lang.
Just a little too much bumped.
Lang was. Geen dag.
In der 8.
Ja.
Gut, passt, dass er uns nicht mehr zurecht steht. Bitte noch.
Nase.
Bitte
Bernie
noch.
just realized the rock he thought was curled a lot all the time. Didn't curl a lot. At least that's what he was saying.
Yeah, it was a bit of chaotic communication on that shot.
A little bit of panic there.
Ja.
Very critical rock. This does give Sven Michel an opportunity to get on the nose of it and just push it out of that 4-foot area. Big shot here for Michel.
Whoa!
Tia!
Whoa!
Sechs!
Tia!
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 Tia, Jungs!
Tia!
Wow!
Whoa! Seba!
Wow! Gestrich!
Whoa!
It's got to curl quite a bit.
Whoa!
Rander Trillo!
Does it curl enough?
Well, he shot.
Can you say?
I think so.
Yeah.
And he's certainly lying in front of it, so it's not a bad position to be in. Yeah, definitely.
Thanks
shot.
for zooming in. And I guess you're right. Yellow does appear to be shot. And of course also is lying in a very good position there.
Hey, aber das ist doch wenig Eis, oder? Ja, wobei muss knapp. Ist gut, er will auch nicht mehr gehen, oder was?
Well, how much he can get in here to
Ah, ist glaube ich. Sonst ziehen wir ihn halt.
lay second.
Länge genau gleich.
I don't know if he can become a shot here.
Zieh richtig! Fest! Haben den! Haben den! Fest! Länge. Achtung, ist gut, hey, was du? Wow. Gut.
Okay. So how to make 2 out of this?
Geht doch nicht, oder? Geht da irgendetwas?
Noch das da.
Nein.
Ich darf nicht machen.
Das spielen wir ganz sicher nicht.
Nein, das können wir nicht spielen. So geht auch nicht, oder?
Passieren kann nichts. Ja, mal.
Ja.
So.
Wenn ich ihn zu fest streife, ist er auf das Mal Schott, oder?
Ich lege Kraft lange nicht zum da rauszugehen.
Soll ich ihn senden?
Mit dem kannst du auch nicht. Das ist so.
Ja.
Nee, das kannst du nicht machen.
Is there a
Yeah.
possible
Nein, das ist
shot for
gefährlich, wenn ich
4,
das
Armin?
Das
At
geht gar
least
nicht,
3?
oder?
Nein, das geht
There
nicht
is
so viel.
possible for
Siehst du
3,
nicht einmal ganz.
maybe.
Hier kann ich, über den können wir auch nicht 2 machen,
Really
oder?
thin that. I
Nee,
don't know if
du
it's
musst
worth
knapp
trying.
Ja.
That would be
Das
to
sind schon 3
hit the
Viertel, aber
just
es nützt
played
ja nichts, oder?
stone by Bernard on the very outside.
Wir müssen ja gleich hoch sein.
I think you might,
Okay.
if you make
Yeah.
that, you might just take that yellow one with it that's behind that blue one on the right. Because you have to hit it pretty thin.
Problem is, what else is there to play?
Well, I think if he shot, making 2 here, they're just throwing it away, not risking it.
So being happy, or well, probably not happy, but taking the 1
Yeah.
in that end,
Einer.
taking on the lead 5-3. Bern having the hammer in the 10th end in this final of the Swiss Curling Championships, and here we have an update on the
Well, I can tell you that
ladies event.
Sony, RO team, took 3 in the 8th to take a 9-6 lead over the world champion from Davos, Miri Mott, her team.
And is the 9th end still being played? It looks like it.
Looks like they may have just finished that. Werthemann's down to 5.5 minutes.
Yes, that is.
And he needs to score 2 points to tie the game.
They really need to be prepared to throw their rocks quickly, because they're going to have to play an aggressive end.
Hier,
Might be
schau,
drawing, yeah. So, have to
Schlecht.
watch the time.
Linie ist perfekt. Durch mich zügig. Durch mich schnell. Schaut Neues, schaut Neues.
So somehow the Bernese team really managed to stay in the game.
Yeah, some clutch shots in the second half of the game by Werthemann.
Absolutely. That kept them alive.
We were looking at a 5-1 score, actually possible 5-1 score if Michel makes his draw in the third end.
So it's still all possible here.
Ja. Noch ein bisschen.
With a score of 2 to go into the extra end.
There's a throw through.
So you can see these teams have played these situations so many times, so they don't even discuss if they want to play any other shot.
Zwei. Putzen. Aussersieg. Da. Ja, gleich Jörg. Das ist gut, das sieht gut aus.
Mott scored 2 in the ninth, so it's now a 9-8 score. Sony's up 1 with the hammer in the last end.
So excitement really high here.
As it should be. That's what we came for. We wanted to be entertained.
Absolutely, and it's nice to see all these teams in the final bringing on a nice show.
2. Wo ist schon? 2. Okay, gut. 2. Ja, ist gut. Da, nur da. Da, einfach da. Okay, gut. Oh, sorry. Da. Sport! Also ziehen, muss ich helfen?
Ist gut. Du brauchst Hilfe. Komm, du vor. Hilfe.
Nein. 2, ja, 2. Zieh. Okay, gut. Wow.
So
Gut.
Florian Zürer
Nice
replacing
separation.
that corner guard.
Very nice separation.
Bastian was already racing back to get ready to play his rock.
We don't have a lot of time to waste.
You want to make sure that you're going to have enough time also for Skip's rocks.
These draws are eating
Nein, nimm
up
Schritt
time.
ja.
Switching rocks.
They want to keep the curly number 3, maybe for a later shot in the
But he
end.
wasn't sure if that was still curling after all.
2. Wo ist er? Warte, wenn es geht, warte. Er ist noch weit. Da, bis da. Weg einmal. Weg. Er ist, glaube ich, nur lang.
Steht.
Ja. Oh, ist gut.
Good weight.
Really
Really
funny.
getting wrapped up with that one rock.
Oh! Nein.
Oh.
Okay, gut.
So Team Adelboden keeping on peeling off these corner guards nicely so far in this game. We've seen just one miss.
Hinten 12
Peeling off a
sehen.
corner guard, all the others just came perfectly.
Certainly, so we saw one miss, I think, earlier in the game from Pats, but it's been pretty solid performance as far as clearing and takeouts.
Zieh mal, zieh, richtig. Hinten 12. Okay, dürfen. Also richtig ist gut. Hat viel Platz, weg wenn's geht. Weg wenn's geht, weg! 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 Hey, bitte weg! Also zieh!
It doesn't really matter where in the house the stone is going to stop. It just needs to be fully buried.
Alles, weiter, 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 weiter! Die müssen entweder weg oder ziehen.
It's half open.
Wenn wir hier hergehen oder da bewegen.
Theoretische Brille legen.
Ja, aber mit dem müssen wir rechnen.
9.
In my eyes, this stone was just a little bit underswept. It could have been swept all the way.
Oben drauf war gut.
Well, you only got one guard there too. You might want to have to put a second one in there to try and make your deuce. There's no room to draw to it right now.
And Adelboden is always going to attack the stone in the rings if they have a chance.
Piece of it.
So down to Skips rocks already in that 10th end.
Nee, weg.
Achtung!
Nee.
9.
Nee, nee, nee.
Wow.
Mit unserem eigenen...
Zieh! Zieh!
Okay.
Lassen.
Managed to
Nochmal, oder?
save their own.
Das nehmen wir nochmal mit. Nein, gib mir weniger. Der Dreier.
So this needs to be buried.
Auf der Linie, oder? Oder soll ich ein bisschen mehr geben? Das ist auch doof. Auf der Linie! Gib mir auf... Gib mir immer anders. Zuerst gibt mir einen an der Linie und dann gib mir den. Ist gut? Ja.
Still chatting it up. A little rush though, we can tell.
Okay, warte.
Knapp!
Weg mal!
Am Schluss braucht er!
Achtung, ja! Ja! Legi! Gut, wow!
Linie!
Putze, ja! Ja! Fest! Yes, go. Jedes Mal leer.
Rubs the guard open, and we have an open hit for a Swiss championship title.
Just drop the guard.
Yep.
So, final rock of Sven. Michel having a smile in his face. Of course, knowing the importance of this shot. He just needs to hit it anywhere and remove it from the game. Stone is looking good. And it's sealed. Team Adelboden, Sven Michel, Swiss champion 2013. Armin, I would say a well-deserved Swiss champion.
Great performance all week.
They came out as top leader from the double round robin. Just lost one game out of 12 here in Gstaad. Showed a very solid performance.
Hats off to the Bern team and Bernie Werthemann. Well done, second place here. Don't think that was expected from many.
Absolutely,
Young
they
team performed very well.
showed us a good game, also a good final game. Showed a great performance to be here, to earn that spot in the final, and a well-deserved silver medal.
We're down to the last rocks on the women's side. It'd be nice to see if we can get to the house on the other side.
So we just moved the camera over to the ladies' final.
Is yellow.
Is that already the last rock?
No.
No, I don't think so. 3 rocks remaining.
Tiransoni's up 1 with the hammer. And it doesn't look like there's any guards out front. And there isn't. Would have liked to have rolled away. I think that would allow a draw around that rock.
It can be used as a center guard.
She would have preferred to have rolled completely out or just cleared it.
So this game is going to decide who's going to represent Switzerland at the Worlds in Riga.
We know who's going to represent Switzerland and Victoria.
Absolutely, Sven Michel traveling to the Worlds in Victoria end of March with his team.
Very important Worlds. Switzerland still needing to qualify for the Olympics.
And while we're speaking, here's the last rock in this 10th end of Miriam Ott.
Working it hard.
Sweeping for line.
And they're giving it up. Aro is champion, beating the world champion.
They are beating the defending Swiss champion Miriam Ott in the final, and we have a new Swiss champion this year, Silvana Tirinsoni, and her team from Aro. They must be delighted, Armin.
Keeps Aro in the race for the Olympic berth.
Wow, that
was a big win
really
for
exciting, yeah.
Aro. They lose that. Ott has the Olympic berth almost wrapped up.
What an achievement. Silvana has been there many times before. A great tournament team, but didn't manage to win the Swiss championships lately. Neither a European trial, so it's going to be their first appearance at an international event as a team in this formation.
And the same with Sven Michel and his team. It'll be their first World Championships. The youngest, one of the youngest teams there, I'm sure. So, excellent week here in Gstaad. Exciting games, and I guess you're going to run down and do an interview with
yeah, exactly. Actually, we're going to round up this broadcast right here. We're going to have interviews with the 2 winning skips with the new Swiss championships after this broadcast, but you're going to be able to see the interviews later on the YouTube channel or in the lola1.tv website, and we're also going to put them on the Swiss Curling website. So no interview right now for the moment. We're going to round things up here. Congratulations to the 2 new Swiss champions, Sven Michel and his team from Adelboden, and Silvana Tirinsoni from Aarau. As we see these happy faces, thanks a lot, Armin.
Thank you, Nicole.
Has been a pleasure, and thanks to Martin Stöcki and his crew to make these great pictures that we can send out to everyone out there. So have a good evening, and hopefully see you soon at some other places. Goodbye for now.